Hey guys, Stephen Cult of Mac here, back with episode 6 of iSetups, the show where we take a look at the best Apple-centric setups submitted by you, the viewers. This week we got 3 great setups from Daniel Baker, ThinkTank TV, and Michael Collins. So let's get started.
Hey guys, it's your boy DanStack16 here, and today we're going to be showing you my Mac setup. Let's begin. So as you've probably already guessed, my setup is mainly for gaming. However, if you can see that keyboard over there in the corner, you will realize I also play music. The computer I use is a MacBook Pro 2015 model with a red carbon fiber skin all over it and a black carbon fiber mouse pad. These are my speakers. They are the Amazon Basic speakers. The quality doesn't sound the greatest because I recorded the audio with my camera, but they do get pretty darn loud, as you can tell.
Like all of the previous Apple devices, and I'm definitely going to be...
Over here we've got my PlayStation 4 DualShock 4 controller, which I have connected to my Mac. I use it for gaming, obviously, because it's a gaming setup. That would just make sense. Here we've got my mouse. It's a wireless mouse from Havoc. This here is the standard Apple Magic Keyboard. It also has a red keycap covering to make it look better. This is my microphone. It is a Blue Yeti with a pop filter, which is what you're listening to me on right now. It's a standard Blue Yeti, standard coloring, nothing special done to it. It is also on the Radius shock mount made specifically for this microphone, and it is on the newer boom arm, which is a scissor mount arm. Highly recommend if you get a more expensive microphone like the Blue Yeti that you get a better boom arm, because this isn't as reliable. The mouse pad I use is an extended black mouse pad that I just found on Amazon. It also has red stitching along the edges to prevent fraying. For those of you with keen eyes, you may have already noticed under my computer the Nintendo DSi XL 25th Anniversary of Mario Edition. It's still very reflective, has very little smudging or paint chipping. There is some in the corners from the times I've dropped it, but I've had this thing since I was 7, and as you can see, it works perfectly still, and it matches my setup, so I decided to include it in this video. You will also notice under my computer the Mophie Juice Pack, which is an external battery, but what I'm also showing you right now is that I'm using an Apex stand, which is a laptop stand mainly aimed at MacBook users, but it looks absolutely gorgeous. It's super small, super durable, very versatile, and very effective, so I picked one up and I do not regret it at all. This is my tripod. It's the Amazon Basics tripod. It's fairly lightweight and very solid. The head I use is a Manfrotto fluid head. It's perhaps overpriced, but very fluid, as you've seen throughout this video. This is my camera. It's the Sony Handycam. This is very effective and I highly recommend it. The phone I use is the iPhone SE. I like the size of it. I like how it's more powerful than the 5, but it's, still the same size. The case I use in it is a spec candy shell that's falling apart, so I plan to get a new case soon. Underneath my desk we have this horrific show of cable management. I plan to get an IKEA Signum rack soon, but for now everything that can be is contained inside this cable box here, as you can see. And I thought it would be just worth mentioning that on a shelf next to my desk I do have an original Apple Magic Mouse and an old iPod that runs iOS 6. But overall, that is my setup. Thank you, Steven, for letting me enter, and hopefully I will see you guys over on my channel.
Great setup, Dan. Absolutely love everything you've got going on. The only tip I could give you, other than the cable management, which you're already planning to solve, is that I would go all out with the red, black and white theme by perhaps painting your walls grey or white to match. I know that'd be a big job. I've just painted my own home office and it isn't any fun, but I think you'd appreciate it.
Alexa, turn study table light on.
Okay.
What's a better way to introduce a budding tech review channel, no other than by showcasing our own personal tech choices? As the centerpiece of this setup, this late 2013 iMac 21.5-inch version was originally equipped with a 2.7 GHz Intel Core i5 processor, 8 GB of 1600 MHz DDR3 RAM, and a single terabyte mechanical hard drive. With it being already close to 4 years old, its stock form had to be dabbled with to get with the times. The RAM was upped another 8 gigs, ramping it up to its max capacity of 16 GB. The hard drive was backed up with a couple of Western Digital My Passports. The video content looks pretty crisp and tasty on these two Lenovo Li2223S 21.5-inch Full HD IPS monitors that are floating around the Mac. For our peripherals, we actually have two sets, one for productivity and the other for gaming in mind. This Razer powerhouse combo of goodies are quite responsive. The newly released 2017 Black Widow Chroma version 2 keyboard is very tactile and clicky. The matching Razer Mamba 2016 wireless mouse and the Razer Firefly mousepad hard edition. Because we hard like that. When we have productivity in mind, we pull out the Logitech K750 solar-powered wireless keyboard and paired it up with an Apple Magic Mouse on an aluminum mousepad that also rests on a Mobi Magic charger when time for charging the desk. It's actually a small dining table that can sit up to 4 sardines. Well, what we meant was 4 people. Despite its small stature, it hides our cable management quite tidy even without a cable raceway or an IKEA Signum rack. Don't mind the LED remote controls. They're only there as a failsafe during times when the home automation's connectivity trips. But do take notice that we drilled a hole for a pass-through for the gaming keyboard mousepad. In the corner near the charging dock, you will notice our daily driver cans, which is the pair of wired V-Moda M100 crossfades. Adjacent to the cans is an extended Neewer boom arm that is wall mounted. Roll up a bit and you see one of the Edifier X600 multimedia speakers. Its other half is also wall mounted across the table from it. Moving up though on the other end of the boom arm is the Audio-Technica AT2035. Another piece of tech I love to speak to is no other than Amazon's Echo Dot. I get to give out voice commands to Alexa, who in turn simplifies my home automation needs. We hope you enjoyed our setup so much that it's making you itch to go smash that like button. This is your anonymous yet awesome narrator, and George signing off for ThinkTank TVPH. If you think it, we'll make it.
This is the wide view of my setup. Starting from the left, we have the Optima HD 142X 1080p projector. Next to that is the Nintendo Switch and the DJI Mavic Pro, an off-brand server monitor and keyboard, the AKG K181s, K702s, the Sennheiser HT598s, Beats X, and AirPods. Below that, we have a shelf with all the chargers and cables. On the bottom shelf is a UPS, a FreeNAS server, and a backup gaming PC. The main system is a 2016 MacBook Pro 15-inch with touch bar. It's hooked up to the LG 5K display and surrounded by a pair of the M-Audio BX5 monitors. The keyboard is a WASD 61 key with Cherry MX Blue switches and blank keycaps. Pointing devices include the Apple Magic Trackpad 2 and Logitech's MX Master mouse. Next is the main gaming PC. This is an i7 6700K with GTX 1080. It's an ITX build in the Case Labs Nova case with a custom water cooling loop. Below the desk is a power strip mounted to serve all the devices, and all wires are in a channel behind the desk out of sight.
Well, that's it for this episode. Let me know in the comments section though which of this week's setups was your favourite. If you'd like to submit yours, all the details are in the description as usual, and make sure to hit subscribe so you don't miss a single video from Cult of Mac. I'll catch you in the next one.